And welcome my fellow scouts to Napoleon Total War 3 4v4 battle replay today. Let's get into it. So, today's replay comes from Without-a-Trez, who's on the blue team today, and he's commanding the Westfalen army. We have his allies here, Bilowydread, the Winged Hussar 3, the Winged Hussars, and J444 Jaeger. Their opponents today are Gretaberger, FoneE, Cowman, and Mebcover. We are on the map 2 today, Austria 7. We have 4 1-pointers on our left, 3 1-pointers on our right for a total of 7 points. Seems a little bit unfair, but you know, that's the way the crow flies, I guess. It's a poor analogy, but we'll move on. If you guys want to see your own Napoleon Total War 3 replays here, you can send them to the links displayed on your screen, which you'll find in the video description below. They are, of course, my Discord ID, my email at scoutsentertainment@gmail.com. There's also a link there to join my Discord server at Scouts Reconnaissance, where you can post all manner of total replays into the battle replay sub-channel you will find there. Moving forwards here, we got here the Westfalen army. As I said, we have here France 1807-1814, and we have here France 1809-1812, and of course we have Polska. Okay, their opponents today, as we peer through the mist, we find, is that Osmali? Sorry, that's Mamalik. Mamalik is a cavalry faction. I'll just repeat that every time for you guys because it is mainly horse based. We have here Austria 1809. We've got here United Kingdom Peninsular. And okay, so we've got 2 red team players pretty close to each other. Mamalik's forces might still be around the area as well. But I don't see the 4th player, or do I? United Kingdom 1801 Egypt. Alright. So just surveying the field here. It's mostly open plain. We've got a few trees here and there. But well, blue team will probably want to fight here in this open area, or try to battle the red team here in this little corridor, making it harder. Well, it'll be hard for both sides to really get around and try to outflank the other. These trees here will slow that effort down. This appears to be the main area that the red team can come at the blue team. They can also come this way, and in fact it might be easier for Mamalik to get a lot of his forces in through this way. Maybe try and do some side charges on Westfalen and France 1809 if he gets the chance to. He can move his whole army through here quickly, or the red team cav can probably come through here. That might be their option, that might be their plan of attack. Coming through this way is a bit more risky, as the corridor is far tighter, and we already have blue team forces in the area. So right now we've got here France 1807, just sort of establishing the perimeter here for his team. He's acting as a scout. Just trying to feel out where the enemy forces are, and pull back if he encounters them. Same goes for Westfalen as well, who seems to be monitoring the left flank, but has left a large area exposed. Might want to send 1 or 2 units over here just to sort of investigate the area. Like I just put up 1 cavalry unit in this spot here. You should be able to pick up any units that come through. But it looks like we'll do a small cut here, guys, and we'll come back soon. But before we do, if you'd like to leave a like on this video, it would be greatly appreciated. Subscribe if you haven't already, and take that bell for notifications so you never miss a battle as it drops. And leave your own thoughts about this battle in the comment section below. We've got here United Kingdom artillery firing away at 12-pounder. Got the general next to him. Looks like we have 2 12-pounder sets actually. Given the terrain, the cannon is pretty much useless where it is. I wouldn't put too much stock in it to get a lot of kills, to be honest. Oh, well, only 3. But still, 3 is alright. Alright, we've got Mamalik coming in here. He's vastly outnumbered. We've got France charging in response. And we've got Mamalik trying to pull out. What have we got here? What are these units called here? Well, we've got some hussars here from the French side. Quadama. Oh, we lost about 8 troops. Not the worst in the world, but definitely was a mistake to charge in. Too many trees here would slow down their charge. Not sure what they were thinking. They're moving in 1 unit into a situation where they were already vastly outnumbered and outclassed. Well, Polska's moving over a lot of his cav. Westfalen sent over 1 cav unit, but most of his army's over here as well. They will back up the cavalry. Mamalik has pretty much moved in the area by himself. And while he does have a large number of cav, the morale is not great. Time will tell when the Polska can handle him. He does have Westfalen infantry in the area to back him up. Looks like Westfalen's moving up here to try and close the gap and push Mamalik back a bit. These units that might be cut off can run around and run through the trees here, or run around through the whole corridor over here, just to get back to the army. We've got France here moving through the trees. They're emerging. Looks like they're getting ready to sort of take on Mamalik. Polska better move up his forces if France doesn't tend to go in. He's got to be wary though. He's got to be wondering where the rest of the red team cavalry is. Westfalen's keeping an eye out for it over here. And France has got some cavalry over here on their left. Sorry, on their right. Just monitoring the gap. France taking shelter mostly behind the town. Okay, so the artillery just clipped them. We're having a few light skirmishes here. Now I'm lucky to get that unit back. It almost broke. Oh, Polska. What is Polska doing? That's a lot of cavalry. When will he commit? Well, it is fast-hitting cavalry. If Polska charges in, he's got to peel off a couple of units here to try and intercept Mamalik's forces before they try to outflank him. France is charging in. We've got the elite cuirassiers going in alone. Mamalik could move and envelop him, but he's a bit slow to get off the mark. Seems to be a lot of disorganization here. Polska's moved in. Catching Mamalik completely off guard. Okay, Mamalik struck back. Polska's units are the ones who are breaking. More reinforcements moving in. Okay, Mamalik has one unit left in play here. Should be able to outrun. Oh no, Westfalen's going to intercept him. Westfalen has moved in the nick of time with his elite unit here too. The cuirassier, and has some hussars as well. Okay, so Westfalen managed to move in there, cut off Mamalik's retreat. Mamalik, they're stepping up his attack on France. And through sheer weight of numbers, it seems to be forcing the French to collapse. So they're all going after the cuirassier. The cuirassiers. We've got Westfalen cavalry here, chasing off English. Probably needs to reinforce France. He is. He's trying to keep France alive. Okay, the red team might win this one. It's looking like it did. Mamalik had enough cav here to hold back France, Polska and Westfalen. Mostly by himself. He paid a heavy price for it, but he was victorious. And Mamalik still has more cav appearing all over the place. Westfalen and Polska still have a few cav units over here. Just monitoring the left flank here of the infantry. Westfalen doing his best to cover his bases. Blue team very cautious, they don't want to be outflanked. They're placing scouts all over the place to try and spot anywhere the enemy might try and sneak behind them. Alright guys, we are back because Westfalen has charged into some unsuspecting Austrians in the forest. And they broke him. But now Austria is aware of his presence and is sending in multiple reinforcements. Westfalen probably can't get away. He is in the forest. And so it looks like Trez here is going to lose this unit, but he left him in there to try and get as many kills as possible. So maybe he thought he couldn't get away. Polska though, sending in reinforcements. Big gamble. We've got Austrian infantry right behind them, firing right now. We've got Mamalik charging in to the flank here of Polska, probably going to break him. And they will be broken. But odds are he'll get that unit back. It's pretty close to reinforcements. Most of the unit has cleared the forest. And they are pretty fast cavalry, should be able to stay away from Mamalik. They are tied. Gee, so yeah, Polska needs to move in here if he wants to save this unit, or this unit's going to be gone. Even Westfalen Societies could potentially come back. Oh, fortunately for them, Mamalik gave up the chase. They got lucky there. I think one unit's already reformed. Yep, the Westfalen unit has reformed according to the map. There they are. Polska, there's still plenty of time for him to reform. He probably will. Alright guys, we're back briefly. We saw the howitzers there fire on the Mamalik unit that got in too close. And it actually broke them. I thought they were going to get away there for a second. We've also seen kind of a sneak attack attempted by the red team. They stuck a few cavalry units in there, but Polska spotted them. They're actually going for France's general here, the 1809 general. As you can see, Polska's moved in reinforcements to protect him. He's a little bit away from the rest of the army here. Close to getting closer with his troops. Alright guys, we're back. We've got the next mass cav engagement between Polska and Mamalik. Polska's sending in everything towards Mamalik. I think it's like 3 on 2 here. There's some reinforcements coming in. Okay, and they've sent Mamalik here packing. The rest units have gathered behind some Austrian infantry. These guys can form squares, so it makes sense. Okay, looks like Westfalen is the first to engage the English. He's got some skirmishes out here. Just ahead of his main battle line to his right. We also have France moving up on his left as Austria comes through the trees there. France is moving to get himself organised. Alright, we might see our first real line infantry engagement right now. France 1809 is in position. France 1807, although most of his army is still way behind the line, he does have a few units there on Westfalen's right flank. We've got Polska moving in, charging into another Mamalik unit. Jeez, these guys are never ending. We've got Austria here, some Sipsies. That's Polska charged into their rear. I think they're trying to escape. They indeed are trying to escape. They should be able to outrun Polska. Yep, he gave up. Don't know why I didn't try and charge into Austria. Jeez, these armies are so close to each other. When are they going to start shooting? France 1807 or Espagna has had his skirmishes out front, ahead of the main force for some time here. Oh, they're getting a few kills here and there. I don't know why they keep falling back. Maybe they're trying to fall back behind the hill to get some protection from the enemy artillery. It's possible. Okay, looks like Westfalen managed to fire a volley there into Austria. And we've got a couple of French units here. Firing at the Austrians, which just appeared to be inside their range but are now outside their range, so France has to move forward again. Austria is trying to pull France forward a little bit, and it appears to be working. The whole line's moving up. These units, of course, moving slowly because they're in the forest. It's a long line. Minor casualties. Sustained by France. Austria, likewise. One of the weaknesses I always seem to remember about Austria is it hates being outflanked. And doesn't do too well in prolonged engagements. So you gotta hit your enemy hard and fast and sort of get out of there. You either deliver that punch that knocks the wind out of your opponent, or you miss, in which case pull out and try again later. Hopefully Spain moves over more of his men soon. They seem to be really guarding the artillery. He's going great lengths here to protect this artillery, I've got to say. Westfalen struggling a little bit here on the right flank. We should be seeing more hits here. The terrain is pretty flat. Where both armies are. Yeah, there goes the right flank. No, France has had enough. He wants Austria to come to him. Well, Mamalik has one cav unit left over here. Austria moving more cav over here. He's also got some elite cavalry over here as well. Some Albrecht. That's a general there for Mamalik. Okay, we've got France's left flank here. Has re-engaged Austria. Again, it doesn't help the Austrian troops are just hovering at the edge of their line. In which case, obviously, the further away your opponent is, less likely you'll be able to hit them. It's already hard enough for these guys to land a hit. That's probably why they had to fire so many rifles in one direction. Yeah, I saw a few hits there in that one. Well, they've forced Austria more out to the open. Makes life a little bit easier here. Well, France has moved up his troops that he already had here. Don't know why he's going in alone, but he's moving his entire force here ahead of Westfalen. He intends to lead the attack or act as a guinea pig. Try to get England here to reveal any traps they might have. And as it stands here, we have 4 points here towards the blue team, or at least 4 houses potentially under all their control. Red team's got to do more than this. Here comes a charge here from the Polska cavalry. Austrians here form square. Polska pulls out. Okay, this unit here suffered almost 50 casualties. No one died there. Okay, England charged into some Westfalen skirmishes here with their cavalry.
Our men are running.
Some light dragoons. Westfalen trying to do a bayonet charge here. We've also got an English unit here by themselves. Westfalen going in for another bayonet charge on them.
Yes, sir.
And they managed to get in their ranks. And they broke them. Dragoons here trying to wipe out the Westfalen skirmishes.
Yes, sir. Our men are running, sir.
Well, Dragoon's going to get out of there. No shot. France continues to pull back. We've got about just over 15 minutes left here. Okay, France was pulling back, but when he saw Austria trying to move to outflank Westfalen, he switched his idea and has moved back towards Austria. It seemed like he was going to be able to form up there and shoot at Austria as he was passing by, but now it seems like France is just pulling back. Trying to set himself up once again. But he's got to move forward here. Westfalen is doing his best here to hold back the tide, but he needs France's help. They're pretty darn close to each other now. Looks like France is forming up. Most of Austria is now formed up too. France is the first to fire. a few fall there.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest.
Okay, Austrian centre looking too healthy. Cav has pulled back. They obviously don't feel confident running so close to the trees. They also know that the red team has a lot of cav there, but they can't see at the moment. Austria here trying to take the house. Blue team desperate to hold on to it. This one doing everything he can to protect this house. Austrians here trying to do a bayonet charge to bust through so another unit can get into the house. Westfalen manages to hold on and counter the charge. We've got the French-Spanish player here moving around. Seems to have countered a few outlying units. He's got 3 units here on a flanking mission. Seems to have pushed the English back a little bit. It's a shame. The red team worked hard to sort of muscle their way up the slope and get as close as they could to the house. But then now they're all just giving up the ground they took and are retreating. I'm not sure I follow that. I mean, they're running out of time. England looks like he just fell back to regroup. He's opening up his ally here to his right, Austria, to attack. He's got a couple units here in the area. Red team's on the back foot. If France can move in fast enough, he can catch Austria as he tries to enter the tree line. And his forces are slowed down. That's when the French troops can really gain a lot of ground on them and shoot them as they try to retreat further into the forest. Like right now, I think he should be chasing after Austria, not shooting him. Okay, Westfalen and France 1807 have linked up. Okay, so England did not abandon his ally, he's merely trying to link up with him. Most of the English army here ready to receive the French army. Although the French do outnumber him. But Austrians artillery there is a vital piece of equipment. Really should help deter France from trying to move forward to outflank England. But we know the blue team has some spare cavalry units in the area. I'm sure they should be used over there to try and take out the artillery. If that's possible, then it should be done. I am a little bit confused. The blue team didn't capture that one pointer. They've got 4 blue squares surrounding it, but that could be all cav. No, the general over here can move in. There's also 1 infantry unit I think going for it right now as we speak, so that's good to see. They'll definitely put a lot of pressure here on the red team. I never really saw United Kingdom 1801 Egypt. Oh, there's his forces. He's right there. I probably thought I was looking at Peninsular half the time when it was Egypt. Mamalik, of course, is already being destroyed. Mostly. General's company excluded. He's running for it. He's making a beeline for that tree line. France needs to run after him. Follow him all the way to the tree line. And then just let him have it.
Men of fatigue, sir, and must rest a while.
We got here 8 minutes and 42 seconds left on the clock. Jeez, that was a hell of a battle line fire right there. Made me think it was some sort of glitch. Just a giant beam of light that seemed to not die. Then it travelled down the line.
Our men are running.
Oh, a nice volley there from the English. Took down at least 7 or 8 men in one volley. Polska's meeting up with their cav, finally, good to see. The artillery though, absolutely devastating towards Polska. Oh, can they get there? They're wavering. They broke. Oh, they managed to break away. Yep, they break the Austrian artillery. Second unit got intercepted by the English. We've got more Austrian cab moving around. Westfalen looking to close up this gap. We've got a lot of French infantry just being left behind right now. Grant's going to great lengths to protect his artillery. Six minutes, 52 seconds. The way this is going to be a blue team victory. I'm not seeing a lot of energy here on the red team side. They slowly appear to be crushed. We've got France enclosing on them from this direction. We've got Westfalen and the other French player closing on them from the left. With the time remaining, I don't think they have the strength to sort of punch through. Although, as I say that, we've got England here. Could be going in for an all or nothing assault. England here putting everything on the line for victory. This is the fight now. They should be able to get a good volley off. Yep, solid volley there. The Westfalen unit coming through the streets, looking to surprise the English. England player sees it coming. Well, they fight a couple of volleys there, but it was mostly disorganised. There appears to be no other reinforcements in the area. Westfalen in a bit of trouble here. He's looking pretty weak. That's a Westfalen general there. Napoleon's cousin or something like that. Okay, I've got 4 minutes left.
men are running, sir.
England's being pushed away from the house. Sorry, England is pushing Westfalen away from the house here. They could lose this. If we assume the red team has control of those 3 one-pointers on the right. We capture this house and it's game over here for the blue team. England's charging in. They want this house. These grenadiers here need to get inside the house. Well, they already are. Now that's a mistake here from Westfalen. He should not be firing. He's going to be hitting his own friendly troops. Things are looking up here for the red team. Westfalen showing a little bit of disorganisation there.
Our men are running, sir.
England's going to annihilate them. They'll try to charge into some greybacks, it would seem. France has 2 units now inside the house, trying to hold it. We've got a large pile here of dead Frenchmen. 2 minutes, 18 seconds left. England trying to deter any possible reinforcements. Austria's moved forward here.
Our men are running.
Could outflank the French. Westfalen here has pretty much been defeated. One minute, 53 seconds left. And you think the blue team would scramble to get everything they got over here. All the cav, all the infantry they've got. One minute, 23 seconds left. France continues to look pretty strong here. We got 2 of the French team generals, I think, in the one area. Here's Polska's cav. They've broken through quite a few units here. Actually beaten back and destroyed the Austrians' advance. Just trying to hammer and break off any reinforcements before they get a chance to come inside the house there. Got the French players here pulling back their generals. 27 seconds left. Looks like France will just hold on to it. And that was lucky. They just hold on by the skin of their teeth. Could have been a fatal area here for France, 1807. Luckily his allies held the house, but they really needed his troops over here much earlier. And that's it. Time's up. I think it's safe to say blue team won this 4 to potentially 3. There we go. So, well done to Without-a-Trez and his team on their victory there by lock. We have here Without-a-Trez 779, Bilowydread 741, the Winged Hussars 890, and J44 Jaeger 1470. We got here Greta Berger there on 630, FoneE 561, Cowman 1133, and Mebcover on 881. Alright, best troops there, 79. So, Westfalen here didn't get too many kills here, but he played a vital role there. He held off the enemy as long as he could, really helping out France here. Although France 1807 didn't have most of his army in the fight, the troops he did contribute still played a pivotal role there in holding the line and just holding those points there until the very end. So well done to all players there on the blue team. Unlucky there to the red team, but you know, that's just the way it fell today. Thank you to Without a Trace for sending me the replay. Once again, guys, if you want to see your own feature video on this channel, you know what to do. The links to contact me with you'll find are in the description below and on the screen. This is Micka on behalf of Scouts of Entertainment signing off. Goodbye, my fellow Scouts. Catch you in the next Total War battle.